So you were going through your.
Yeah, I mean, I did escorting, ended up getting into porn, went through America for a while, uh, got a bit sick of the industry to be quite frank. People might think it's how could you possibly get bored of having your dick sucked for a living? It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not as fun, and it's not like a party. It's a lot more professional, which is fine. But the industry in general doesn't really appreciate the dudes. It's very, very feminist, very liberal, woke, left-leaning industry, incredibly left-leaning.
How did you see that play out in your day to day?
Well, when I was working, it was during Trump era. So like, I'd go to set, and everyone on set would be like whinging and complaining about what Trump just did, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, like, yes, yes. But I can't say anything.
Right.
If I said something, I'd get fired.
Really?
I'd get. The industry. This is what the big thing I didn't like about the industry. It's very, very heavy on cancel culture, because it's a very female-oriented industry. Like, the mentality is female.
Okay.
You would think it used to be very male-oriented back in the day, but these days it is very much not. It is run by women, not necessarily as in they're the ones who run the companies, but they dictate stuff through their social media influence. Right. So if a girl doesn't like us, if a girl, any big female star can nuke the career of any director or male performer like that with a tweet.
Wow.
They have a lot of power in their hands like that, and so because of that, all the guys, not just the performers, but the directors, managers, everyone kisses their ass and supplicates to them, and plays this feminism game,
Right.
Trying to appease them. They're simultaneously like empowered, whilst also being victims. It's this weird thing.
Yeah.
These weird mental gymnastics they have to play in their game. Well, they do play with their head to be in that position. So it's after just seeing more and more and more of that. And to be fair, that was only in America actually.
Yeah.
Europe didn't have that. Europe had the European porn industry where I shot as well, very machismo. The English industry wasn't really like that either. The English one was very, very fun. They didn't really give a shit. They were very. The girls who were in that were kind of more in it just for the love of the game, I guess. The Americans were very much about money and fame.
Right.
And that shaped, and America being the home of like woke liberal ideology, California in particular, which is where most of the porn is shot, which is where it comes from. It infects the entire industry, so it creates a very hostile working environment for an opinionated man.
Right. So you had to go into work, hear these things that you didn't necessarily agree with, and you just kind of just.
And I'm not the only. I wasn't the only one.
Of course not. Yeah.
Like, I'm just the one who decided to speak up and be an idiot.
Yeah. Oh, so you
eventually
did speak up.
Yeah, and I got cancelled because of it.
Okay.
But all the other, I know there's like I know a dozen male performers in the industry, right, who think the way I think, but they know if they speak up, their job's over.
Yeah.
And I know that. I just got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'm sick and tired of this. COVID had happened. It was sort of same time as COVID, so the industry shut down for a bit. I was like, okay, I've got no work because the industry shut down for a couple of months.
Can't fuck.
Yeah, no joke. Actually, it was a quick segue. During the whole COVID thing, they literally put out, I'm not joking, they put out like this kind of the info pamphlet or whatever, to all the directors, like safe ways to shoot porn, to be COVID safe. No joke. One of them was like glory hole, like have a suck dicks through a hole in the wall so it separates, like you can't cough on her. Oh my God. When I saw that, I was like, I cannot take this seriously.
Yeah, I get it. It just makes no sense.
Makes no sense. So that coincided, and I thought, you know what? Let's try. I'd already been writing my first book that turned into the book about how to grow your penis. I'd already been writing that. It's also full of like, this book is not just about how to grow the penis, but it's also a bunch of biohacks and tips and tricks I picked up during my porn career that I either learnt myself or I stole from veteran performers. So it was just this accumulation of biohacks, really.
Right.
And I thought, you know what, I wanted to put that out there. I'd been working on it for like a year. You know, when you don't have like a deadline, there's no incentive.
Yeah.
You can just procrastinate and prolong something for forever.
Yep.
And that kind of gave me the impetus I needed. I was like, okay, well, you haven't got any work now.
Might as well.
You better publish it and put it out there and see how it works. And I put it out there. It did okay. Ended up doing a bit of a podcast circuit. Did very, very well. And yeah, within 3 months, I'd replaced my income.
Really?
Yeah. And so I was like, okay, if I do this full time now, not only am I helping men I don't have to put up with all this woke bullshit, and I can speak my mind now.
Exactly.
So I made the choice.
So everything worked out.
It worked out fantastically.
Yeah, because you get views like this.
And I get gifts like this.
So what is that in your hand you got there?
This is the free espresso cup that I got when I purchased my Ferrari. They're very generous at Ferrari. You know.
That's a nice espresso cup.
It is a nice espresso cup.
Must be made out of carbon fiber.
I don't. It looks like it is, but I don't think it's quite made out of carbon fiber.
Right.